Hey, everybody. Welcome to Spirituality with Ashley. I'm your host, Ashley Brickhouse. And whether you're someone who's interested in spiritual growth, personal development, or deepening your understanding of the universe so that you can move forward feeling empowered and get the most out of your life, then this podcast is for you. I share professional and personal insights, tools, and practical advice to help guide you on your spiritual journey. This is your go-to podcast for all things spirituality to help you move forward feeling empowered and ready to do what you came here for. Let's get into it. Hello. I'm so excited about this episode. Today, we're going to be talking about a very specific tool related to the Akashic Records. We are diving into the world of Akashic Soul Blueprint Readings, also known as soul realignment. Whether you're new to this concept or have some familiarity, I'm going to do my best to deliver some valuable insights and potentially some transformative information. We're going to talk about the power of these readings and how they can actually change your life. Results may vary, though, so just got to throw that in there. But we'll talk about how these readings work, who they're for, what they entail, and the incredible benefits that you can gain from uncovering your soul's gifts and purpose to clearing blocks and negative patterns. We'll also touch on the role of energetic healing and how I support and guide you through every step of the process. So let's go ahead and start off with what is an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading? Essentially, it's a profound form of energetic healing that provides deep insights into your soul's essence, your blocks, and your purpose. It's a combination of an intuitive reading of your Akashic records combined with some really powerful energy healing techniques. An Akashic Soul Blueprint reading basically helps you to understand your soul's path and get rid of any barriers that might be limiting your growth and progress. And just in case you've never heard of the Akashic Records or you're just not super familiar with the concept, the Akashic Records are like this infinite energetic database containing all the information about your soul's past experiences, your choices, and patterns from past lives. And by accessing these records, you can learn about the unique energetic blueprint of your soul, which influences all the aspects of your current life, including your relationships, your career, your health, your overall well-being. So, in this episode, we're exploring the who, what, where, when, why, and the how of getting an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading. So, you'll learn who the readings are for, like I said, and the kinds of information that you'll get. We'll also go over the logistics, like where and when to get a reading, and most importantly, why you should consider it and how it can benefit you. We'll also get into the components of the soul blueprint reading, including your soul gifts and purpose, your cosmic heritage or where your soul is from, past life blocks, and present life obstacles. We'll also be touching on the power of energy healing and clearing, which is an integral part of the readings. And of course, we'll talk about some of the main benefits and examples of success stories to give you an idea of the impact that these readings can have on your life. By the end of this episode, you should have a full understanding of how an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading works and how it can help you to unlock your potential and align with your soul's purpose. And also just how it can help you to create a life of abundance and fulfillment. Okay, so sit back, relax, get ready for this information-packed episode. I feel like all the episodes are information-packed though, so I don't know why I specifically felt like I needed to point that. It is though. These readings are so in-depth and packed with information. That's why I explicitly wanted to say this information-packed episode. I am going to do my best to lay it out in a way that is digestible and not get too in the weeds about it, because I do have a tendency to get really into the details. So we're going to try to keep it big picture overview, just to give you guys an idea of like what it is, what you can get out of it, should you get it, and why. So let's talk about what kind of information you can expect to receive from this type of reading. So during an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading, you get really detailed information about all kinds of stuff. Your soul's past experiences, your soul's choices. I mean, it's you, the choices you've made, and patterns that you've started repeating from past lives. This also includes insights into your soul's essence or your soul profile, some people call it, your karmic patterns and blocks that are affecting your current life. And for the current life blocks, I just get that age that it happened at because I don't want to be all up in your business. So it's not like I'm just like in your life because it is a very in-depth reading with a lot of details. But I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. I'm not getting a bunch of stuff about your current life. It's mostly around where your current limiting beliefs and your blocks that you have right now, like where they're coming from. Kind of fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks. Yeah, that's the right way to say that. Sometimes I say weird stuff. Like my sister makes fun of me. I think I said this on the last episode, but my sister makes fun of me for I'll take expressions or sayings and I'll change them so that they're wrong. I don't do it on purpose. I feel like I'm being creative in the moment and I'm trying to explain something and then I realize it's a saying that I messed up and I'm like, oh, but whatever. I feel like I get my point across. Anyway, you are we're also going to talk about um oh, never mind. I'm not even, guys, it's been a morning. It's been a morning. Okay. So you'll also learn about your soul's design for manifesting, which is one of my favorite parts. Honestly, all the parts of this reading are my favorite, but you're going to keep hearing me saying that like this one's my favorite. This is the best part. So you you get to learn about your soul's design for manifesting. You get to learn about your divine gifts and how to align with your soul level gifts so that you can create a life of abundance and fulfillment. And my favorite part about this reading, told you I was going to do it. Well, one of my favorite parts, because you all know I'm about some action. I'm here for the taking action. This reading gives you clear and specific guidance for resolving your negative patterns and steps for how to awaken and to embrace your full potential, which is really cool. And I love steps and practical guidance. Love it. I love it. I'm here for it. And sometimes readings don't come with that. They're just like, here's the information, do with it what you will. And honestly, I mean, this reading can also be like that if you're not interested in the steps and the guidance. You don't have to get that. You can just come for the information. It's up to you. It's what you want to do with it. Choose your adventure. So honestly, there's just so much information that you get with this reading, and there's no way you're going to be able to absorb it all at first. It's a lot. It's packed. So that's why you get a recording and a PDF with notes about your steps and guidance to help you kind of like have your little blueprint to keep with you. And then if you're still not sure about like what to do once you have the reading and you get the information, we can do a coaching session or a few coaching sessions to help you break it down and understand how to use your blueprint, how to apply it to your life, how to move forward toward alignment and start doing the things that your soul really wants to do. Okay, so how do you know if this reading is a good fit for you? And you know I love a good list. And if you don't know that, now you do. If you don't know, now you do. Is that the song? Did I sing that wrong? If you don't know. Okay, whatever. Um I am so sorry, guys. Trying to keep this professional, but you know what? I think we're going to be a little more casual today. I'm just so excited about this. Okay. So you should consider getting this reading if you want to understand yourself on a deeper level. If you feel this longing to truly understand who you are at a soul level and you want to understand what your unique gifts and purpose are, then this reading is for you. During my last huge spiritual awakening about a year and a half ago, I suddenly got this insatiable urge to really understand myself on a deeper level. Like just, oh man, the pull. It was all I could do. Like it was just my main goal in life outside of my 9 to 5 and my life and like all the other things I was doing. It was just constantly sitting there at the forefront of my mind. Like, why am I here? Who am I? What is my purpose? But really, who am I? And I needed to understand why I was here and what my purpose was. So it was such a strong need that I couldn't let go of it. And it led to me getting a few different Akashic Records readings, which were all very different, but they all had really integral pieces of information that ultimately led me to where I'm at now and doing this. So another way to know if this reading is for you is if you're facing recurring challenges. If you're noticing recurring patterns or blocks in your life that you can't seem to move past, whether they're in your relationships, your career, or personal growth, then that's a sign that this could be a really helpful reading for you. And we will, of course, be getting into why that is shortly. Another way to know if this reading is for you is if you're at a crossroads in your life. Let's say you're going through a big transition or a significant life change and you're feeling stuck and uncertain about like what your next step should be. And a soul blueprint reading can give you that clarity and direction, which is wonderful. We love readings that fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. That's what I was trying to say. Is that what I was trying to say a few minutes ago? I don't even remember. Hello, fish. My cat's here saying hello, joining us for this podcast episode. Okay, so another sign that this reading is for you is if you want to heal past traumas. So being able to understand and then release negative karmic patterns and limiting beliefs that are holding you back from living your best life. What? Yes, this reading helps with that, which is great. And again, one of my favorite parts. And the ultimate reason, drum roll please, that you should get this reading. And again with the drum roll. Oh my God, guys, this episode. But I'm going with it. We're going with it. It's just going to be a little weird or a little right. I think I'm in a weird place right now. Oh, the Leo moon. Okay, so the ultimate reason that you might want to get this reading is you're ready for spiritual growth. So if you're on a journey of spiritual awakening and growth and you want to align more deeply with your higher self and your divine purpose, then this is it. Here's your sign. There's your sign. You know, there's a comedian who had a show or like a comedy thing. I think it was a show. It might have been a movie where he said that after like each story or joke. Was it Jeff Foxworthy? He'd be like, there's your sign. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm asking you guys like you're going to answer me. But you know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'm veering off topic as per usual. Let's get into what makes up a soul blueprint reading. Okay, so each reading is like peeling back the layers of your soul to reveal the most authentic version of yourself. And we cover several key aspects, or yeah, I said each reading. I'm so sorry. Each section of this reading peels back layers of your soul. And we cover several key aspects that provide a comprehensive understanding of who you are and what you're meant to do in this lifetime. So let me break it down for you. The first part of the reading is soul gifts and purpose. This part is all about identifying your inherent talents and understanding why you incarnated. We all have unique gifts and a specific purpose that our soul chose before we came into this life. And discovering these gifts can be incredibly empowering and give you a better or clearer sense of direction. For example, like I mentioned a few moments ago, during my last huge spiritual awakening, I had an Akashic Records reading that revealed my purpose and how to express it, something that we will also do in this reading if you get it. And now I'm here doing this. The reading I had wasn't a soul blueprint reading specifically, but man, the Akashic Records were just dropping wisdom nuggets all on top of my life. And it wasn't Akashic Records reading that I got. It just wasn't a soul blueprint reading. Anyway, I really like the soul blueprint readings because they're very structured, detailed, and like you know what you're going to get. Whereas an Akashic Records reading, the other kind that I do where it's just an Akashic Records reading, it's just free channeled while you ask questions. It may not be as detailed and structured. And that's because the way that you ask your questions, the type of questions you ask will dictate the type of answers you get in a normal Akashic Records reading that's just free channeled. And that's why the soul blueprint reading can be more deep and more detailed because you don't have to consider what kind of questions you're asking. You're going to get this information. So that's just one thing to keep in mind if you're deciding between the two readings. If these are the questions you're going to be asking, I would say go with this reading. And the questions, like questions about your gifts, your purpose, where your soul is from, if you're a star seed, past lives, blocks, limiting beliefs. If your questions are going to be about those kinds of things, then I would say get a soul blueprint reading. If you just want to freely ask questions about other stuff, then get an Akashic Records reading that isn't this one. Get the other one that I offer, the live channeled one. Okay, so yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. Oh, also, the answers that you'll get from the other Akashic Records reading, the live channeled one, the answers are based on your intention, the type of questions that you ask, and they're also delivered in a way that aligns with your energy, like for how you need to get that information. I don't know if that makes sense. Like for how you need to hear it for it to be impactful for you. And during the soul blueprint reading, I'm not channeling that information while I'm talking to you. I'm explaining it as me, actually. So that's another one of the differences. And I will probably just do a podcast just about the differences between these two readings because I do have people messaging me and being like, which one should I get? What's the difference? And I mean, that's a good thing to be able to distinguish. So after we get into the soul, gifts, and purpose, we find your cosmic heritage and your starseed traits. This is also called your soul origin. In this part, we go over your connections to where your soul went through most of its evolution. So a lot of the time, this is a star system or a planet. However, it can be another universe, another dimension, things like that. Many of us have roots that go beyond this planet. And by understanding our cosmic heritage or soul origin, it can help us to gain helpful insights into aspects of our personality, our life purpose, things that we like, our preferences, how we show up in relationships, all kinds of stuff. It's like connecting with your galactic family and then understanding how their energy influences you. So if you've ever felt like you don't really quite belong here or that you're somehow different, then this part of the reading can bring a lot of clarity and comfort and validation. Then, after that part, we get into past life blocks and patterns and negative agreements and contracts. So, this is where we identify recurring challenges and karmic patterns or ties that are affecting your current life. And a lot of the time, the blocks that we face are rooted in past life experiences or negative agreements and contracts that we've made. So, by identifying and then clearing these, it can be really transformative in itself, just because it frees you from previous choices that led to patterns and potentially limiting beliefs that are still playing in your subconscious and affecting the way that you're currently making choices and thinking about things. So, oh my gosh, excuse me. So, if you're noticing recurring patterns or blocks in your life that you can't seem to move past, whether they're in relationships or career or personal growth, then that's a sign that this would be really helpful for you. And this can be such an eerily insightful part of the reading because it gets really detailed with themes, life lessons, and it can bring light to a lot of issues in your current life. Also, like if you experienced a really rough past where you shut down or suppressed your gifts, you could still be carrying that energy and have a hard time identifying and embracing your gifts in this life. So it's actually kind of wild because even when we're going over past life blocks, people are saying that they've, like during readings, people have been saying that they've experienced similar circumstances or patterns of choice in their current life that happened around the exact same age as it did in the past life. Isn't that wild? Like that's how these energies, that's how much these energies can affect you. Wild. I also want to add that not only do we go into blocks from your past lives, but I can also tell you details. And I'm usually able to get a full story about your past life. And I'll often see clips and images, and I just get all the information through different senses and then put it all together and ask questions to kind of tie the story together. And occasionally, people from your current life will show up in these stories, but they'll be playing a different role, which is really cool. So, like your husband in this life may have been your brother in a past life, stuff like that, or maybe your mom was your sister in a past life. It's interesting to see how they showed up then versus how they're showing up in your life now because it's just interesting. It's interesting. Um, yeah. This doesn't come through for every reading, but it's cool when it does. And if I get the nudge to ask, then I ask. It's not necessarily pertinent for everybody all the time, though. Okay, moving on to present life blocks. This is the last part of the reading where we look at the current obstacles that are affecting you in your life right now. And this part involves looking at the decisions and agreements you've made in this life that may be holding you back. And by understanding these blocks, we can start to clear them and create a smoother path forward. And when I say agreements, I mean actual agreements and also energetic agreements, because the things that happen to you, the things that you go through on some energetic level, you've agreed to it, kind of like when you're manifesting, because we manifest everything at all times. So if you have something in your energy field, a block, some kind of karmic pattern, and then a situation happens in your life that has a similar energy as that block, that karmic pattern, that limiting belief, then it's like that limiting belief in your energy field is like opening the door for that situation that matches that energy to come into your life. So that's how you can agree on an energetic level. I hope that made sense. Okay. So each of these components works together, like each of these layers, the soul origin, the gifts, the purpose, your past lives, your blocks, your current life, your current blocks. Each of these components works together to provide a deep and holistic understanding of your soul's journey. It's like having a map that not only shows you where you've been, but it also guides you to where you're meant to go, which is beautiful. And this kind of clarity is invaluable for anybody who wants to live a more aligned and fulfilling life. All right, let's talk logistics really quick. Even saying the word logistics, I'm like, ew, I don't want to, but we're going to talk about the where and the when, I think. I think that's logistics. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and how. So where and how to book this reading, you can go to my website, ashleybrickhouse.com, and go to book now. I think it's under book now in the menu, or services if you want to learn more. And these soul blueprint readings are conducted via Zoom, and you'll get a link right after you book. When is the best time to get this reading, you may ask? The best time to get an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading is whenever you feel drawn to it. You'll know it's time because you'll feel interested and you'll feel like this pull toward getting the reading. Like your soul will let you know. It'll be like, hey, let's do this. And if you're not watching the video of this, if I posted it, it was me like knocking on an imaginary door, like, hello, let's do this. Ready to go? Like your friend picking you up to go get your Akashic Soul Blueprint reading. The universe will let you know. Your higher self will nudge you. Or you could just get it because you're interested. You don't have to wait for a nudge. Also, I'm going to say to refer back to the part in the beginning where I talked about signs that you should consider getting this reading. And just to recap what some of those were, whenever you want to understand yourself, that's a great time to get the reading. If you want to understand your soul more deeply, if you're noticing repetitive patterns in your life and you're having a hard time breaking through, if you know you have some limiting beliefs and you want to understand what they are so you can move through them and release some of that energy so you can open up space for better things in your life. If you're going through a huge life change or transition and you feel like you're at a fork in the road, if you want to heal past traumas, and or whenever you're ready for some juicy spiritual growth. Those are all great times to get an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading. And I actually do want to briefly go into some specific life situations or transitions for when this reading is particularly beneficial. So major life transitions like career changes, relationship shifts, or other personal situations or crises. It's also helpful for people feeling stuck or blocked in any area of their life. Or if you're like, I've been trying all the manifestation techniques and they just don't work for me, then it's probably because you're not using your soul's manifestation guide, your manifestation blueprint. So learning how you're meant to manifest can make a huge difference. And you can learn that in this reading. Okay, so now the why and how of an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading. So why should or would someone consider getting an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading over other types of spiritual readings? Great question. Because man, there's so many options out there. Like, how do you know which one is right for your needs? How do you choose? I've been there. I totally get it. That's why I used to get all the readings. I'm more particular now, and I have a better understanding of who I am and what I need and what I'm looking for. So that helps. But if that is not where you're at yet, I got you. I got you. So someone should consider getting an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading because it offers a unique combination of intuitive insights and energy healing. And I love that. That's like one of my favorite sentences because I also offer emotion code healing sessions, which is the energy healing. So we pull stuff out of your energy field by connecting with your subconscious and like identifying the limiting beliefs, the energies that you've stored, and then we release them. And then I offer other sessions where it's just intuitive insights. And yeah, I'm certified in Reiki a few levels, so I always send people Reiki energy. But the other readings I do, which are intuitive guidance, intuitive insights, where I'm channeling and I'm accessing your information, those don't necessarily include actual like direct energy healing. I think it can just be healing to get the insights and to have the conversation and I think we've spoken before about how my voice can be activating for some people, but it's not the same as when you have a reading that actually is like, here are the insights. And then also we're going to do energy healing and we're going to clear this up for you and like clean up your energy. So that's super cool. So if you book an Akashic Records reading with me, like I just said, you'll get the insights and Reiki, which is an automatic thing. I don't normally even mention it, but we don't go in to clear your Akashic Records. So an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading, however, gives you a comprehensive understanding of your soul essence, your soul profile, your purpose, along with practical guidance for clearing and removing blocks and aligning with your true path. And it goes deeper than a lot of other types of readings by addressing both the spiritual and energetic aspects of your life, which is great, kind of like a one-stop shop. Okay, Ashley, that's all good and great, but why are these readings so effective for personal growth and healing? Thank you for asking. Another great question. These readings are really effective for personal growth and healing because they get into the root causes of karmic patterns and blocks that are affecting your current life right now. And it also gets into how to solve these patterns or resolve these patterns. Well, I mean, solve the mystery of where they come from and then resolve them so that you can work through them and get rid of them. So, or break the pattern, not get rid of them. You don't get rid of patterns. You break the pattern by making different choices. So doing that, breaking the patterns and clearing the blocks makes it easier or more doable, a more realistic goal to transform your energy and awaken your gifts and align with your soul's blueprint. It makes it easier to do all of those things. It just opens the path forward when you clear your stuff. And all of this leads to personal growth, enhanced intuition, and the ability to manifest more easily. Manifest more abundance and more fulfillment in your life. When you clear your blocks and you start acknowledging and letting go of your limiting beliefs and making different choices, you open yourself to more abundance and fulfillment. It's just part of the process. And we've made it to the how part of the episode. So how does an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading work from start to finish? So once you book a reading through my website or link in my bio on Instagram, I access your Akashic records to retrieve your sacred information. And I do this on my own, not on a phone call. I go in and I ask specific questions to connect the dots of all the information for each of the topics that we've gone over so far. And then I create a PDF document with notes on everything that I find. And then after that, I go into your record based on all the information that I got. And I do this specific thing to clear your blocks from your records. And then we meet on Zoom and I review your reading with you and you can ask any questions about the information. And then after the session, I send you your clearing homework so that you can do the clearing. And because I basically go into your records, I set the intention and I'm like, this stuff needs to be cleared, but then you're the one, it's your record. So you have to do it. I just create the space for you to do it, or the container, I guess. So I send you your clearing homework and a recording of this session so that you can go back and listen to it because it is a ton of information. And I will also send you a PDF document. I do think I'm going to have like 3 tiers of this reading. Like the first tier will be I go in and get your information. We meet, we talk about it. You can ask all the questions. I'll send you the recording. Putting together that PDF document takes a lot of time to like make it nice because I'm not going to send you bull crap. I'm not going to send you what my notes look like because they are unlegible and they're not readable. They just don't make sense. They're all over the place. And I don't explain what stuff is and no, I'm not sending that to you. So I think I'm going to have a thing where it's like the basic reading. I send you the recording. We talk through everything. So you'll have the recording, you'll have all of the information. And then a mid-tier reading, which is what it's currently priced at. If you do look at my website, a mid-tier reading is where you get I'll send you the recording and then I'll also give you the PDF with an outline and notes and bookmarks and all the things. It's actually very nice. And then the third tier, the highest level, will be the session with the recording and then the PDF document and then coaching, like specific coaching for this is how you work through this. This is how you let go of this. This is how you work through this. And this is the plan to do it. And like specific practices for your gifts and your alignment and stuff like that. So I think that's how I'm going to set it up. Right now, it's not set up like that. So if you're interested in getting this reading, You get all the things just by booking the reading on my website because I don't have all that set up yet. So if you want to get in and get the whole package, now is the time before I like, what's the word? Separate it all out into 3 different tiers because I want people to be able to get access to this. And so I want to price it at different points. I don't need to explain that to you guys though, but hey, letting you in on the behind the scenes thought process. Okay. So as I mentioned before, you can book a session on my website. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me via DM or use the contact form on my website, or you can email me. And I love hearing from you, as I always say. And I love questions. Oh my gosh, ask me questions. Okay. So let's touch on some of the benefits after you get an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading, and what you can expect. Yeah. People often experience at least some, if not all, of these benefits. And I'm pretty sure you actually do get all of these benefits, but I don't like to just say super like, this is the way that it happens. I always like to leave room for gray area. So that's why I'm like, this can happen instead of being like, this will absolutely happen. Although I'm pretty sure you get all of these benefits. So with that being said, some of the things that you can expect to experience after this reading are in-depth understanding of yourself. After this reading, you gain a considerably deeper understanding of who you are at a soul level, and you get insights about your unique traits, strengths, and challenges. Another one of the benefits is manifestation insights and roadmap. You learn how your soul is designed to manifest, which helps to harness your energy, beliefs, and thoughts to create your desired outcomes in your life. Super powerful. Another benefit is resolution of karmic patterns. So this reading helps to resolve negative karmic patterns and blocks that have been holding you back, which can lead to emotional and energetic healing, which is lovely. We love that. The holistic approach. Another benefit is awakening your divine gifts. After this reading, you're better equipped to connect with your innate divine gifts and abilities. And I like spell it all out for you. It's really how you express your gifts, what your purpose is, what are your gifts, what are your psychic abilities? Are they developed? Are they not developed? Like stuff like that. An Akashic Soul Blueprint reading empowers you to embrace your spiritual path more fully because it gives you a better understanding. Then you really know your stuff. Gifts and purpose are huge for helping you to find like what direction to take and understanding your experiences in the world. Sometimes it can help with that. Another benefit is clarity for abundance. Because you receive clear and specific guidance on how to align with your soul gifts, this helps you to create a life filled with abundance and fulfillment. Because the more aligned you are, the easier it is to manifest and invite abundance into your life. Another benefit is fulfillment in relationships and work. The insights that you get from this reading can help you find deeper fulfillment in your personal and professional relationships by giving you perspective and tools, which can ultimately improve your overall life satisfaction. And same thing for work. Energy transformation. These readings facilitate a transformation of your energy, which allows for more abundance and positivity to flow into your life. Clearing the energies that have been sticking around and hindering or blocking you has such a profound impact on shifting your energy and making more room to invite in what you want rather than just accepting what is and not even knowing why sometimes, a lot of the time. And the final benefit that we're going to talk about today briefly is intuition strengthening. And I talk about that a lot on like social media and stuff. So people often notice that their intuition is stronger after these readings because once you understand how your gifts work specifically for you, it can make a huge difference in being more aligned because I tell you how to align to your gift, how to bring it through, how to use your gift, and receiving your own guidance from your higher self. I got lost in my notes. Wait, so it helps you to strengthen your intuition because once you understand how your gifts work specifically for you, that can make a huge difference in being more aligned and receiving your own guidance from your higher self, your spirit guides, your divine team, and just the world around you. And this stronger intuition, your deeper connection to your intuition, can help you to make more aligned and empowered decisions in your life, which is wonderful. I can't believe I didn't fill up my glass of water before I started. Sad face. Okay, I've only got like a sip left. What is this? What is this? Okay. So I really quickly, I don't know if it's gonna be quick. We all know how I am, but very loquacious, really talkative, verbose, you might say. I want to share some specific examples of potential outcomes to like give you an idea, like real life examples of outcomes that can happen from getting an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading, because it's so interesting how these things all like tie together and then how it impacts your actual life. So let's say you're feeling stuck in your career or you're unsure about your purpose. So you get an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading and you discover that your soul's design is actually aligned with creativity and leadership. Because you understand this, because you understand that aspect of yourself now and it resonates, it's like receiving a missing piece of the puzzle that you needed to fill in the picture so that you could feel more empowered to transition from your current unfulfilling role and into a job that allows you to express your creative gifts, which ultimately leads to more job satisfaction and success. Or maybe you're someone who has repetitive patterns of unhealthy relationships. So you get this reading, and then you find out that you have some deep-seated karmic blocks related to self-worth, which is actually really common. So by clearing these blocks in your records and then addressing your choices and boundary setting, your self-love practices in your current life, these are some strategies we would go over. You begin to transform your energy and end up attracting healthier relationships and improving your emotional well-being and finding your person because you're in a healed state. So that's what's being reflected to you. So you meet the person that's for you and it works out and it's a happy time. Or you're looking for clarity during a major life transition, and then getting this reading gives you specific guidance on how to align with your soul's mission, which leads you to pursue a new career path altogether that resonates more with your true self. So now you feel more aligned, fulfilled, and confident in your decisions. Love that. And I can say that I've experienced all three of these, and it really is a profound energy shift that you absolutely will notice. All right, so let's talk about the role of energetic healing and clearing, which is an essential part of this process. This is where the magic really happens, helping you to not just understand, but also to actually transform your life. Oh, clearing blocks, negative patterns, and limiting beliefs. One of my favorite parts of this reading. Remember, all the parts are my favorite. They're all my favorite. I love this stuff. The whole kit and caboodle, whole shebang. Okay. During a soul blueprint reading, we uncover various blocks and we uncover negative patterns. We uncover limiting beliefs that may have been hindering your progress, because all these things can get in your way like roadblocks without you even realizing that that's what it is, because a lot of these things are just hanging out in your energy field, hanging out in your subconscious. They're not part of your conscious awareness in your daily life. So you're making these decisions, you're doing the things, and you don't realize that your subconscious is driving the show. So during a soul blueprint reading, we uncover all of these blocks and things that could be hindering your progress, that are hindering your progress and have been. Not could be, they are. If we're uncovering them, they're affecting you and they're blocking you in some way. And these can stem from past life experiences, karmic ties, or even current life choices and agreements. So once we're able to identify these blocks, the next step is to clear them. So think of it like decluttering your energy field. Just as decluttering your physical space can make you feel lighter and more at ease, clearing energetic blocks frees up your energy to flow more smoothly and allows you to move forward without those old burdens weighing you down. For example, you might have a pattern of self-doubt that's been holding you back from being able to go after your true passions. And by clearing this pattern, you create space for confidence and empowerment to take root and grow. You got to make the space. And once you have that confidence and the empowerment, then you have the drive, the energy, the will, the inspiration to pursue your passions and take the steps to get you to where you actually want to be and not feel stuck anymore. And self-doubt is another really big one. My gosh, that is a struggle, let's just say. But not after you clear it. No, I'm just kidding. Once you clear the things, it doesn't mean you're never going to experience again, but you're basically clearing the slate. So kind of it's very similar to the emotion code. It's not like we're going to clear some emotional baggage, but that doesn't mean you're never going to experience that emotion again. So you could encounter that limiting belief, but it's going to be so much more muted. So like when it pops into your head, you're going to be like, once you've cleared it and you've done the things you need to do, then it's not going to affect you at the same level. So you might still have some self-doubt. I mean, we're humans. It's part of the process. It's part of what we go through, but the self-doubt won't be debilitating. It's not going to keep you from moving forward in your life. It'll just be a thought and you're like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm doubting myself right now, but you know what? I believe in myself. I'm going to go forward and do this thing. That's the shift in your energy that you'll notice. Or that's an example. That's an example of the shift. Oh, okay. So energetic healing is not just about removing the negative and the blocks and all the gunk. It's also about aligning you more closely with your higher self. As we clear out the old stagnant energy, we make room and clear the way for spiritual growth and deeper alignment with your true self. This process helps you to connect more deeply with your soul's purpose and your divine gifts. It's like tuning into a clearer, more vibrant frequency that resonates with who you really are. And this alignment can lead to sudden, deep insights and a sense of peace and fulfillment that comes from living in accordance with your soul's blueprint. When you are aligned with your higher self, you naturally attract more positive experiences and opportunities that are in harmony with your true path because your higher self is always aligned. It's the soul part of you that is not in your physical body. So the more deeply you're able to get to know that part of yourself, that aspect of you as a soul, and intentionally connect with that energy, the better you'll feel, the smoother your life is, the easier it is to make decisions, the stronger your intuition is, all the good things. Energetic healing and clearing are really powerful tools that complement the insights gained from the Akashic records. And they ensure that you not only understand the information coming through, but also integrate it into your life in a meaningful way. By the end of the reading and clearing process, people will usually say they feel lighter and more focused and inspired. It's like this energy boost that helps you to feel ready to take on life with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. It's a seriously transformative experience that helps you to step into your fullest potential and create a life of abundance and joy. And who doesn't want that? You know, because I do. Certainly. Sign me up right now. Okay. To wrap things up, I want to ensure you that throughout the entire process, you'll be fully supported and guided. Clear communication, personalized attention and guidance in a safe and judgment-free space are the heart of my approach. And you'll have multiple ways to reach out with any questions or concerns after the reading, whether it's through social media, you can always reply to the email that I sent you, or follow-up sessions for the coaching. Plus, I offer continuous guidance through social media posts and newsletters to keep you aligned on your spiritual journey. I actually need to up my newsletter game though, and I have some things in store for you. So if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, I encourage you to head over to the website and subscribe. I make announcements there, I give discounts and other fun stuff. Okay, we did it, guys. We did it. We made it happen. If you resonate with the benefits and outcomes that we discussed, I encourage you to consider booking a soul blueprint reading, an Akashic Soul Blueprint reading. They are currently now live and available, and it's an amazing tool for personal growth and spiritual alignment. You can book a session directly through my website, where you'll find all the details and a contact form if you have any questions. You can also reach out via email or social media, like I always say. You can find me at you can find me at Spirituality with Ashley on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much for listening today. I truly, truly appreciate your time and energy. Don't forget to tune in to the next episode where we'll continue exploring more ways to elevate your consciousness, your spiritual journey, your human experience. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to rate the podcast and give it a follow and share the episode with a friend who may benefit. Connect with me on social media for more updates and insights. Stay mindful, stay focused, and keep believing in yourself. Until next time, keep dreaming big and living your best life. See you in the next episode.